All right, we know of at least one person who has died the result of these storms. Atlanta police sharing with us that this happened at a home on Buckhead along Delmont Drive. About 20 minutes ago, 11 Alive confirmed that the person killed was George Heery Jr., a well-known top-producing realtor in Atlanta. And let me just say this for a moment. George Heery's father, the Heery family, is one of the most famous in the history of Atlanta. George Heery Sr., his father, who died 2 years ago at the age of 93, designed Atlanta-Fulton County Stadium, the Georgia Dome, facilities on the campus of Emory University, the Atlanta History Center. His father, his family, also very progressive politically, supported Andrew Young in 1970 when he won for Congress. His father was on the board of Spelman. Also, he used to fly in African-American jazz performers into Atlanta. He was a very, very progressive person in times that were not always that way. We want to go to Teresa Bowles now, and this is a tragedy when it happens, a loss of life to anyone, but this is so freakish, and the Heerys are so important to the history of Atlanta and what they've meant and their contribution all around this city. So Teresa Bowles, it's all yours to give us a detail on what occurred tonight.
Yeah, Jeff, neighbors are sharing that same sentiment. They tell me George Heery was a great man, that he was a realtor for quite a while at Sotheby's Realty, and everyone is completely devastated. But let me step out the way and show you some of that damage that's left over after the cleanup. You can see here that this is just one tree. It may not look like it, but the parts have fallen everywhere. You can barely see the home behind it. But neighbors say Heery doesn't live at the home behind the tree. Firefighters just finished cleaning the debris off Delmont Drive about 3 hours ago. I talked to a few neighbors off camera. They weren't ready to speak, but they did speak highly of Heery. The neighbor who did see this tree fall flat out told me that he was traumatized. Other neighbors say they didn't even hear the tree fall due to the thunder being so loud. I spoke to a co-worker of Heery's on the phone who also says he was a good guy. It looks like his brother was also a realtor and they worked together as the Heery brothers. This whole situation is just awful. The street is clear enough to drive over now, but I'm sure that crews will be working to continue to clean this up on tomorrow. Live in Atlanta, Teresa Bowles, 11 Alive News.
Oh, such a tragedy. The Heery family, you just cannot say enough about what they have meant to this city and to this area and to this region, and for this to happen tonight is just impossible to comprehend. If you want to stay on top of what's going on with weather, you can download the 11 Alive app. You can take the forecast from Nicole and you can go wherever you want with it. The app also includes live radar and alerts for severe weather in your neighborhood.